That's not how you do it. Hey, what's up everybody? As you can see, we have a subframe. If you'll remember from my last video, I removed this from the car, and then between then and now, I went ahead, I hit it with a pressure washer and a wire wheel just to loosen up a lot of the old grease and grit. So that way I can mount it up on these jack stands and then mock up the engine and transmission while it's out of the vehicle. It's gonna give me a lot more room to work. I'm trying to get this work done throughout the week. Having a full-time job and a family, it's not always that easy. So 30 minutes here, an hour there, it all adds up. Last night, I went ahead and I mated up the engine and the transmission together. I also removed the alternator, water pump, power steering, and all the associated brackets that go along with it. So tonight, hopefully I can get this old transmission cross member out of the way, mount up the one I got from Summit, maybe get some brackets on the engine, and actually set it down on the frame here. So time's wasting, I'm just gonna get to it. Okay, so the first order of business is going to be to remove this factory cross member for the transmission and replace it with the one I got from Summit. Why am I doing that? Because this is for a turbo 350 automatic, and I am obviously swapping in a Tremec TKX 5-speed. So the tail shaft is going to be in a different location. The mount's going to be different. So, and plus too, this is going to give me more clearance for the exhaust. And plus it looks way better. So I'm going to take this one and get it out of the way. Four bolts, piece of cake. As you can see, this thing is basically just a bent tube, and it's gross. So when it comes to this cross member, they do supply hardware to install it. I'm not going to use the original hardware because it's gross, and ain't nobody got time for that. So as you can see, this is offset to the passenger side by 1 inch. That's how you know you have it oriented correctly. I'm gonna bolt it down. And there are a couple locations where you can bolt this in place, but I'm gonna start here. Oh yeah, and I pointed this out in another video, but I'll show you guys here. This is a Summit brand cross member, but it's made by G-Force. So that's pretty cool. So if you guys are on the fence about getting a Summit branded item, don't stress. I might have to wallow out the mounting holes because I think the holes in the frame might be a smidge too small. Yep. So the holes are too small to fit the hardware that came with the cross member through. I'm not using the factory stuff. I'm using what it came with. So I'm going to use a step drill bit to kind of punch these holes out just a little bit. It's just going to take a tiny amount. Perfect. All right, let me do the other side now. Okay, now I have the holes punched out. I can fit this hardware up. Again, I'm probably not going to totally bolt this down. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll probably put a couple. I'll put a couple in place just so it doesn't wiggle on me. Perfect. So this is a beefier fastener. Comes with a 5/8 head, not the 9/16 that it came with from the factory. Okay, that's hella loud, so I'm switching to hand tools. My family's asleep, so I don't want to wake anybody up. All right, that should do for now. Get the other side, cinch that up a little bit. We'll be good to go. Like I said, just enough to prevent it from moving around. Now let's move to the engine brackets. I'm going to show you guys what I did there. Okay, so as far as the mounts are concerned, I'll start off first with the frame side. So I just picked up, I got these from O'Reilly Auto Parts. I just picked up some factory clamshell style mounts. Nothing crazy. These just bolt straight to the frame. Piece of cake. Nothing special there. But then, as you can see, I have a couple of different sets of brackets here. I picked those up from UMI. One set is for an F body. The other set is for a G body. I just want to have some options as far as placement goes. Who knows, maybe neither of them will work. But I want to try and mock these up and get it fitting just right, low and far back. And then of course, I have these swap plates here. These will bolt directly to this plate, and then this plate bolts to the block on the LS. So pretty straightforward, nothing crazy, nothing too fancy. But I do have a couple sets to see which one fits best. So let's do it. So I've gone ahead and installed the load leveler to hook up to the engine hoist. Once I get it off the ground, then I can remove it from the stand that it's bolted to now. The stand has been super useful. It's allowed me to wheel it around the garage here and kind of tuck it into corners while I'm working on other stuff. So I got that from Amazon. It was like 70 bucks, pretty good deal. But yeah, let me get this up in the air so that I can unbolt that, get the adapter plates mounted up, and then the brackets. And one thing I wanted to point out, I put some cardboard between this bracket and the cylinder head, so that way when I tighten everything down, it doesn't mar up the head. It's not super important, but yeah, I just don't feel like scratching the head up. See, that's the bracket. It just bolts in place of the engine mount. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna get the other side now. So these brackets come with hardware. It comes with a countersunk Allen head and then a bolt here. So obviously the countersunk ones are going to fasten the adapter plate to the engine block, and then the bolts are going to fasten the bracket to the adapter plate. Just like that. And these are also marked D for driver's side, so that way you can't get them mixed up. When I install these for the final time, I will put some Loctite on them. You definitely don't want these to back out at any point. So for now, I'll just snug them up with a ratchet. We'll be good. One thing I wanted to show you is, as you can tell, there are multiple mounting holes here. What that does is it allows you some flexibility on where you want to mount the bracket to move the motor either further forward or backwards to fit different configurations, different transmissions and stuff. What I'm going to do, I'm going to mount this as far forward to scoot the engine as far back. I may have to move it to get it to fit right, but it's a good starting point. So what I'll do is I'll start these all by hand. Seeing as they're threading into aluminum, you definitely do not want them to cross thread. And yeah, that'll ruin the bracket. And it'll ruin your night, so leave it loose. And then once they're all in, then I'll cinch them down. You know, looking here, I think this fastener is interfering with the engine block because I'm getting some resistance, but as you can see, the bracket is still loose. That's something I'm going to have to take care of once I bolt it up for the final assembly. I'm not going to grind the block. I'll probably shorten this fastener, maybe 2 or 3 millimeters. Remember, always modify the cheaper part. Never modify the more expensive one. Okay, this thing's ready to set on the subframe. What are we hitting now? I think we're hitting the sway bar bracket. Please hold. We're hitting the sway bar. Okay. And now we are hitting the control arm mounts. Yeah, I'm gonna have to raise the back end. I need more wood. That's what she said. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I have to level it out a smidge. That's not how you do it. All right, let's try that again. Okay, we're trying to get the last little bit. Go slow this time. And crack it loose first. Always crack it loose with two hands. Don't try and do it with one hand, because then you will overdo it and you will slam your shit. There it goes. All right, let me throw some bolts in this thing. Okay, now it's just a matter of getting these to line up just right. I might need to loosen the frame side mounts because it's like just a little off. A lot of times that'll help them go in. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get those out, but it's in. There it is. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the whole thing moved, which means there is no weight on these jack stands right now. Sketchy. Let me get my feet out of the way. That is in. Check out that oil pan clearance. I can barely stick just enough room. That's perfect. I'm gonna have to mess around with the cross member and the rear transmission mount. That one's a little bit off. I could probably scoot this forward a little bit just to get it to where the holes line up. But I can mess around with the mounts and all that stuff. But yeah, dude, she is in. Well, that's a done deal. So the engine is in the subframe. I'm gonna work on, like I said, doing the rear transmission mount, getting the tail shaft lined up. But the bulk of it is done. That's gonna wrap up this video. It is late. I have work tomorrow and I have to go to bed. So thanks for watching, guys. Oh, my nuts. What am I doing?